Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Basta, and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest transfer stories. We start with Vitor Roque as the Barca's imminent new signing makes promise to his close one, saying that I am going to succeed at Barcelona. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about explosive left back Alejandro Balde, as the Barca starlet has recovered fully from his injury and he's now ready 100% for pre-season. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the stories in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. This past weekend, Barca sealed the signing of Atletico Paranaense wonderkid Vitor Roque, with the 18-year-old signing the documents to finalize his transfer. While an official announcement is yet to be made, the Catalans have the deal in place, and for all intents and purposes, Roque is a Barcelona player now. The La Liga champions will be paying a fixed transfer fee of 30 million euros for the young striker, with a variable component worth 31 million euro included in the deal. Roque has been on Barca's radar for a while now and has always wanted to join the club despite interest from the likes of Manchester United, PSG, Chelsea, and Tottenham Hotspur. Even though the other suitors were willing to offer a bigger, more lucrative contract, Roque never wavered from his stance of wanting to join Barca and has now signed for the club, with the official announcement being the only matter pending. And according to Joaquin Piera of Sport, Roque is very excited about the prospect of playing for Barcelona, while his family too is elated about the big move. Furthermore, after signing the documents, the 18-year-old centre forward made a promise to his family and close ones, saying, I assure you that I am going to succeed at Barca, he said. Roque has been in terrific form this season, scoring 15 goals and setting up 6 more for Atletico Paranaense in 30 matches across all competitions. Able to play through the middle or on the flanks, the 18-year-old is seen as a great asset for the present as well as for the future. That is why Barca have handed him a 6-year contract until 2029 with an option to extend for another 12 months, effectively tying him down at the club until 2030. So what remains to be seen is whether Roque joins this summer itself or his arrival is delayed until January 2024 due to fair play issues. Finally, Vitor Roque was signed, and it was confirmed yesterday that the documents were finally sent and signed. So it is 100%. Here we go. And of course, getting the players with the confidence he has, I think, is great acquisition for Barca. And I think Barca really invested quite heavily for this guy, despite the financial issues we are going through, because the grand total of the transaction is 61 million euros. 30 million, in fact, 31 million euros fixed plus 30 million euros in variables or add-ons. And I think Barca were really hell-bent on bringing this player, as a club that have been struggling to sign players even worth 15 million, which definitely means that Barca invested more of their transfer budget for Vitor Roque signing. Because apart from that, I don't think there's any other player that will even near the figure of Vitor Roque this summer. Barca have, I think they will try to just get players for cheap prices, players who are not for the long term, like short term or medium term, players like Vitor Roque, players around the range of 8 million. I think that's the level Barca want to be going for, because the amount of money that they have invested for the Vitor Roque signing is really, really wonderful. And given the state of affairs, it will be quite difficult to see Barcelona going for another big name signing with this huge amounts of money involved in it. So Vitor Roque will be coming, and For now, there is no indication, nothing has been made clear as to when Vitor Roque will arrive, because earlier we got the reports that he will be arriving in the January transfer window, because they were saying that Barca will surely have issues of player registration. Player registration that have always been a headache ever since 2020 for Barcelona. Things have always been problematic, and I still don't get it how on earth that even till when La Liga starts, some players are still not registered. The new signings, some of them feel stranded, and you start getting reports like this player have said he will leave if he's not registered, that it is part of his clause and stuff like that. We hope that we don't hear such stories, ensuring that when the season kickstarts, everybody should be eligible to play. I think that should be Laporta's goal, because for me it looks so humiliating that every season we keep getting players who can't play, and you want to ask that why is the reason. They'll say registration issues. I think it's not really cool. And I think if Barca think okay they can't register Vitor Roque because of tight wages, then I think they will likely do what they initially planned to do, that is by keeping him at Atletico Paranaense until January next year. Then moving on to the next story of discussion. In a positive update, Barcelona starlet Alejandro Balde has recovered fully from his injury and is 100% ready to start the pre-season with the rest of the squad, according to Mundo Deportivo. The 19-year-old defender picked up a serious ankle injury in the penultimate match week of last season against Mallorca. Of course, Balde was on the receiving end of a horrific tackle by an opponent, which led to the injury. Following which, it was reported that Balde would be out for 6 to 7 weeks. Now that the set duration has passed, it appears that Balde is fully recovered and ready to start the preseason at full speed. The 19-year-old Masia graduate cut short his vacation to return to training by himself at the club's Ciudad Deportiva complex over the last week, and the extra session seems to have helped the Spanish ace complete his recovery and make a full return ahead of pre-season. Balde was among a host of Barca players to return to the club today for pre-season and was put through medical and fitness tests before the actual training started. The 19-year-old enjoyed a brilliant breakthrough campaign in the 2022-23 after making a big impression during pre-season last summer. Balde made 44 appearances in all competitions during the pre-season, scoring 1 goal and 7 assists last season. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.